Hi, Chris here from Permasystems. Wanted to give you an update of our orchard to food forest conversion and see how our plants are doing. We haven't gotten a lot of rain, but all our work for soil building is really paying off. So even without a lot of precipitation, and we haven't been watering anything at all, our soil is still moist and is just getting softer and softer. So I just want to take you around, give you an update on how some of our plants are doing. First here is our macadamia nuts, which we planted a few of. They're all still growing really nice, even without a lot of water. They're doing good. Have our old citrus tree. Our tangerine tree is about 40 years old and still putting off fruit. And something else we're seeing a lot more of is reseeding of a lot of great species. We can see like this borage coming up. We didn't put seeds in for that. About 2 or 3 years ago, we put some seeds out for a lot of different species, kind of let them go to seed on their own, and now we're just seeing them come back more and more. Same like with this arugula. We got arugula popping up all around, going to flower, lots of bees and pollinators coming in and loving it. And it's food that's coming up without us doing any work. Our other little citrus tree is still coming along. This strawberry guava has really taken off just in the past few months. It struggled for the first couple years, but now its roots must be doing good and finding that good soil. Ice cream bean, even here in winter, still looking great. Still has really great, fresh, new growth. Lemon tree, happy as can be. And then we threw out some beet seeds around too a while back, and we just all are over the place. We have these huge beets. See, if we can see that. Oh yeah, there's some monsters coming in. We'll probably let those go to seed and take their seeds and get even bigger beets. Here, there's some different sweet peas that are just self-seeding back on their own too. Gave our pineapple guava a little trim recently, and then all these Daikon radishes have been popping up all over the place. And I think I said in previous videos how we planted Daikon radishes all over the orchard to try to really break up our heavy clay soil. And they're doing their job, and they're coming back. You can see even more here. We let them go to seed. Their seeds spread, and they just keep going and doing their great thing. Here's a nice one, just pulled out a little bit earlier. So some of those we eat, and then a lot of those we just leave in the ground. And as they rot, they just leave these great pores for water and nutrients to get deep into the soil. Goji Berry is looking great. You can see all these little blossoms that are going to come out soon. It's just taken over as this wonderful ground cover in the orchard. A lot more sweet peas coming in all over the place. We've seen a lot of horehound coming in. That's really nice. Our oldest macadamia nut tree is very happy. Palo Verde has been taking off more than anybody right here. Our Kai apple, lots of bright green leaves, good growth. Still haven't seen any fruit, but I think we're getting close to maybe seeing some fruit this year. And then our old stone fruit has some beautiful blossoms coming in. Not a lot. We'll see how much fruit it makes this year. I think next cold season, next winter basically, I'll graft on some other varieties to this. It has great roots, it's growing good, but just not producing a lot of fruit, and I don't think it's a good variety for this area. So, yeah, coming up soon, I'll be grafting some new varieties onto it. Our guavas are doing good here, and there's another one in the background getting a lot of growth. Actually didn't get any fruit out of them this year. We did the year before, but we're getting good growth. And I'm hoping this upcoming year we'll get some nice fruit production out of them. Wahey tree, looking good. It's a little more cold sensitive, so it slowed down a little bit in the cold, but it still has some nice new growth on it. And we still have tomatoes. Going a little bit, not the most beautiful tomatoes, but still got a few and they taste all right. So it's great to have tomatoes in winter. See more horehound. Tipuanu tipu tree, growing nicely. Dragonfruit still coming along. This is a white fleshed variety, and then recently we planted a red fleshed called Physical Graffiti. And here you can see one of our macadamia nut trees, and then all over around here you can see sorghum. The sorghum is doing so good here. We have sorghum over here that's been growing for about 3 years as a perennial, and then over here is this year's growth. So when it becomes a perennial, the seed heads start to get a little smaller, which is not as good, but we're getting lots of good root growth. So these first years, you can see the seed heads are much bigger. So we're kind of experimenting, seeing how many seeds we can really get out of it as a perennial. Another citrus tree, tangerine coming in, doing great. Loquat tree, so much good new growth on it. And this macadamia, very happy. And you can see here's another one of these giant beets growing in there. I don't know if you can see it. It is so big. And all these beautiful greens are super happy. Another stone fruit, still not blooming yet. Little jojoba is going slow, but still growing. And our jujube, waiting for that to come into leafing. You see lots of fava beans popping up on their own. Then back over this way, mulberry, whoops. Mulberry's doing good. And then all down in here we have Kai apples, pomegranates, a couple more macadamias, and then lots of good things coming in. Favas, radishes, different peas and beans. It's also where we planted a few different native grasses that have taken off really well, and now we're seeing some of those spread out a little bit. And it can be really hard to get native grasses going, so we're just really glad to see those coming along. Oh, I gotta show you real quick. Look how big this Daikon is. Just keep finding these amazing, huge fruiting bodies or roots throughout the orchard, throughout the food forest. So, like I was saying, we're seeing the soil get so much better. We're seeing all these plants that we've planted start to reseed and come back more on their own to get bigger and stronger and healthier, as well as all our perennial fruit trees and other perennial plants are really doing a lot better too. I'm going to show you the last little bit. Our 2 olive trees are doing so well in our heavy clay soil. We're really happy to see them starting to take off, because they often have struggled here, but with a little soil building, they're doing great. So thanks for checking in, seeing how our plants are doing, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.